Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. Yep, this is the platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So, what did we witness? What did we witness this week? 6 points on the road for the Reggae Boyz, an away win in Grenada, 4-1, and an away win over Haiti in Trinidad and Tobago, a 3-2 result. 6 points for Jamaica, the top of Group B of League A. Jamaica has been at the top of the table from the very start. 1-0 over Honduras, a 2-2 against Haiti, a 4-1 against Grenada, and a 3-2 victory over, that's right, Haiti. So Jamaica are at the top of the group. So what does this mean now? Well, there's a couple of records that were set, and I think it's important that we highlight them as well. Don't you guys think? Yeah, let's highlight those records so that you guys can be able to be aware of it. Jamaica are now 14 games unbeaten in the CONCACAF Nations League, stretching back to 2019. That's right, 14 games unbeaten in the Nations League. DeMar Gray scored his fifth goal for Jamaica in his ninth appearance. And he's also tallied 3 assists to his name as well. So 5 goals, 3 assists in 9 appearances. Again, 5 goals, 3 assists, and in 9 appearances. Leon Bailey, he scored his fifth goal for Jamaica. Can you believe it? Look at the impact that DeMar Gray has had. He scored his fifth goal for Jamaica and he made his debut for Jamaica this year. Leon Bailey, he scored his fifth goal for Jamaica as well. So look at the impact that has taken place. Shamar Nicholson scored his 12th goal for Jamaica. Shamar Nicholson scored his 12th international goal for Jamaica. And this was Jamaica's, that's right, first win over Haiti since 2015. That's right, Jamaica's first win over Haiti since 2015. Can you guys believe it? Yes, absolutely. So how is everybody else doing? You guys are doing well? I'm going to go and explain what lies ahead as well and when we will know who our opponents are for the next round. All right, so you guys ready? Good. So look at the table. So it's Jamaica and Honduras. This is something that I thought about as well. I figured that it would be Jamaica and Honduras that would advance to the quarterfinals because I knew Honduras formidable at home, especially when you bear in mind that took on Grenada at home and Cuba at home. So I knew that they would get 6 points at home. On the road, no. Of course, I expected us to get the victory. We did. So in my head, I had Honduras for 9 points. They ended up with 7 as they drew with Cuba. All right. Give thanks and praise. Back on that rock. Okay. Suriname 5 points. I was a little bit surprised by that, to be frank with you. I didn't expect Cuba to beat Suriname. I didn't expect. I remember Suriname were in the bottom 2 for some period of time, but Suriname found their way. I expected them to battle to a draw with Haiti at home, and of course beat Grenada. So 5 points for the Surinamese outfit. Cuba, they will be a League A team in the next edition of the Nations League. They drew with Haiti. They beat Suriname. They drew 0-0 with Cuba, and they lost 4-0 to Honduras. So they will remain as a League A team as they finish 4th in the table. The teams that will be relegated, I repeat, the teams that will be relegated to League B are Haiti and Grenada. Haiti didn't win a game. Grenada didn't win a game. Grenada ended on 1 point, 1 draw, 3 losses. Haiti, well, we saw what happened there. Haiti, 3 draws, and then they lost to Jamaica. Jamaica again coming from behind to get points on the board against Haiti. So Haiti will be in League B, and how does this affect them? It affects them big time because it's going to hamper their FIFA ranking. And secondly, what this is going to impact as well is that they're going to be playing in League B of the Nations League. That's right. Haiti are going to be playing in League B of the Nations League in the future. That's the 2024-2025 cycle. They're going to be in League B, while you could have St. Lucia moving up to League A. You know? I'm coming to that, Stefan. I'm coming to that. So let's go right ahead, shall we? So this is the other group in the League A of the Nations League. As you can see, Trinidad and Tobago are out in front with 9 points. Panama are second with 7. Martinique are third with 6. Guatemala have 4. Curacao and El Salvador, they're without a point. And both teams will be relegated to League B of the Nations League. On Tuesday, which is tomorrow, 8 o'clock Jamaica time. These three matches will take place simultaneously. And I think it's very important that as Jamaicans, that we take keen note of these matches. Okay? That's what I would say. Tito Williams says, blessings, Simons. Blessings. If I'm being frank with you guys, I would say turn your attention to two games. Curacao against Trinidad and Tobago and Panama against Guatemala, because the results in those games impact a whole lot. And Ramsey says, football, football. Because Panama, remember, Jamaica ended on 10 points, right? Jamaica has a +5 goal difference. 10 points, +5 goal difference, and Jamaica also scored 10 goals. Cool breeze. Let's look at this table now. Trinidad and Tobago have 9 points, Panama have 7, Martinique 6, Guatemala 4. Okay, you guys got it so far? Good. Curacao, they will host Trinidad. It's not easy playing in Curacao, especially on the quality of the surfaces that they have there. El Salvador will host Martinique. I don't expect Martinique to go and get 3 points on Central American soil. So I expect Martinique to, at most, end up on 7 points. I don't expect Martinique at all to be a team that gets. I don't expect Martinique to get to 9. I don't expect them to do that. 7, yeah. I know El Salvador want to play for pride, and also Curacao as well. They wouldn't want to end with 0 points. Panama against Guatemala. For me, that is a big one, and I'm going to explain why as well. Because a draw in that game means that Panama and Guatemala would finish with less points than the Jamaicans. If Trinidad and Tobago draws with Curacao, then Trinidad and Tobago would have 10 points, but a +3 goal difference. Jamaica has a +5, which means that Jamaica could be the highest ranked group winner. You follow me so far? Here's our next thing as well. If Panama defeats Guatemala 1-0, no more than 1-0, then Jamaica would be the highest ranked team and would end up playing Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. And that being said, if Trinidad and Tobago doesn't beat Curacao. However, if Trinidad and Tobago defeats Curacao, then Trinidad and Tobago will face Costa Rica and Jamaica will face Canada. Okay? Jamaica is a group winner. So that already means that Jamaica will not face the United States or Mexico in the quarterfinals. Jamaica would face one of them in the semifinals, but not in the quarterfinals. If you guys have any questions, you can stop me and I will explain even further. Okay? Good. Rob Smith says, big up, Simon. Big up. And Claudia Preston says, welcome home, Simon. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly. Okay. I'm going to explain one more time. If Trinidad and Tobago defeats Curacao tomorrow, that means that Jamaica will face Canada in the quarterfinals, while Trinidad and Tobago will face Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. Okay? Let's say, for an example, that if Panama beats Guatemala and Trinidad and Tobago draws or loses to Curacao, then that would mean that Panama would go to the top of the group. If Panama wins 1-0, they would have a +5 goal difference. Jamaica also has a +5 goal difference, but Jamaica scored more goals than Panama, which would make Jamaica the highest ranked of the two group winners. However, if Panama beats Guatemala 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, then it'll be Panama taking on Costa Rica, while the Jamaicans would face Canada. Okay? So again, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, everybody glue their eyes to TVs so that we can be able to see how that group pans out, and we'll see who Jamaica will be able to face within the quarterfinals of the competition. Again, everybody, if I have lost you, I will explain. So please let me know if you guys have any questions in relation to that matter. Any questions you have, let me know, and I will explain that matter for you guys. Nitrous says both Canada and Costa Rica will be tough opponents. All of them, whether it's the United States, Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, regardless of the opposition, of course, there will be a tough opposition home and away. Nitrous said that he's impressed by Trinidad results in a tough group. Well, it's... How do I put this? Trinidad and Tobago are not playing Panama at all, as you realize. They played El Salvador, they played Guatemala, and they're playing Curacao home and away. So they're not playing Panama. And one might wonder if the Trinidadians took on Panama, what might be the situation? Would Trinidad be on top of the group, versus in a group where Jamaica took on Haiti, which was the top seeded team in the group. Jamaica took on Haiti, the top seeded team in the group, and took 4 points from them in 2 games. You see what I'm saying? Well, I certainly hope that you do understand what I'm saying. Tom Stranger says, more blessings, Simon. Well, Rob, this is how I feel, right? Costa Rica is going through a transitionary period, and Canada are also going through a tough spell at this moment in time. And I think it's just about ensuring that we are sharp on the day in the 2 matches to ensure that we can be able to get the result that is so necessary for our growth and development as a team. You know what I'm saying? So this in itself is important. Very, very important. You know? As I said, guys, any questions? Let me know. Yeah. So that is the situation. Detonation says blessings. Rob Smith says we definitely had the tougher paths. Precaution, Spengdron. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, look at the quarterfinals. Well, Nitro, that's a very good question because I'm not sure if you listened to that interview with John Wall, but I'm going to play that as well in relation to the under-20s and the plans for it. But I'll get to the under-20s after speaking about this Nations League cycle. All right. So on your screen now you see quarterfinals. All right. Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico, and the United States. The best ranked group winner, worst ranked group winner. All right. And based on how it is, it looks like that it'll be Jamaica, Canada, or Jamaica, Costa Rica. When are those matches? November 16th or 17th, and the second leg, November 20th or 21st, just so that you guys are aware. And just so that everybody's on the same page with information is concerned, here is the next thing now. Jamaica will play Guatemala on November 11 at the Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey, in a friendly international. Again, Jamaica against Guatemala, November 11 at the Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey, in a friendly. Okay? It's not a FIFA window, which means that it will be a squad primarily made up of domestic-based players and North American-based players. Okay, Wayne Swire. So for Jamaica to face Costa Rica, basically, you would need Trinidad to lose or draw and Panama to lose, draw, or not beat Guatemala by more than a 1-0 scoreline. Okay? So, yeah. But I understand what you're saying, Spengdron. Whoever Jamaica plays, we are not in control of the matches. Trinidad and Tobago against Curacao, Panama against Guatemala, Martinique against El Salvador. We are not in control of those results. Whatever happens, will happen. Okay? Whatever happens, will happen. Okay? If Trinidad goes on and beat Curacao, then we'll be prepared to face whoever it is that we need to face. We are not in control of that. We got 10 points out of a possible 12, and we press forward. We topped the group. We got 4 points at home. We got 6 points on the road. We're 14 games unbeaten in the CONCACAF Nations League. We have Shamar Nicholson scoring for Jamaica for the first time since 2021. We have Demarai Gray scoring 5 international goals for Jamaica this calendar year. Leon Bailey also getting on the score sheet twice for Jamaica this calendar year, once at the Gold Cup and now in the Nations League. We also have, in addition to that, Romario Williams scoring his first goal for Jamaica since 2017 as well. Him getting involved in the thick of things in the goal scoring action. And also, when you're bearing all of that in mind as well, and Bobby Reed also scoring in back-to-back games against Haiti at home and also Grenada away as well. Okay? We are going to play in Jamaica on our anniversary. Yeah, that is exciting, isn't it? Good to see the domestic players getting some friendlies. Yep, absolutely. Just to confirm, Jamaica will advance to the quarter if they. Yes, Mr. J. By winning your quarterfinal and advancing to the semi-finals of the Nations League, you'll automatically qualify for the 2024 Copa America. The teams that lose the quarterfinal, they will head to what is called a playoff. That playoff is scheduled for March 2024. In March 2024, there'll be a playoff with the 4 quarterfinal losers to determine the last 2 tickets for Copa America 2024. So whatever happens, Jamaica will be playing in November. Jamaica will be playing as well in March. Yep, that is right. Because remember as well, the Nations League semi-finals, final, and third place playoff are also in, yes, March. So every single FIFA window between now and July 2026, Jamaica is going to be active. November window, 2 games. March 2024, 2 games. June 2024, 2 games. Copa America sandwiched after the World Cup qualifying period as well. September 2024, 2 games. October 2024, 2 games. November 2024, 2 games. March 2025, 2 games. June 2025, 2 games. Then Gold Cup, right? And then September, October, November 2025, 2 games each. Every window, there will be the games. I answer this question and hopefully you got the answer because I gave the answer a while ago. Teams that lose the quarterfinal, they go to what is called a playoff with the quarterfinal losers for a last chance to qualify for Copa America. He did score in Austria as well. That is correct. That friendly against Qatar. And Corey Burke scored against Jordan. Shamar Nicholson scored as well in the match against Grenada. And he also scored as well in the encounter against Haiti. Big up, everyone says Taron was big up. Hope you're doing well. There seems to be some. It's Romario Williams. The commentator said Lambert, and that is what happened. But the goal was scored by Romario Williams. Romario Williams scored the goal. Jason Gunnar says, bless up, Simon, into the chat. Bless up. Hope you guys are doing well. What I'm going to do for you guys as well is play an interview in relation to the technical staff and the plans for the November window. So we're joined with members of the technical staff of the Reggae Boyz. To the immediate left, we have head coach Hamer Hallgrimsson. In the middle, the assistant coaches John Wall and Maron Gordon. And to the far right, goalkeeper coach Gudmundur Heidersen. Coach Hallgrimsson, let's start with you. How has this camp been, the October window for Jamaica? The planning, the preparation, the camp?
Well, the camp in general has been quite good. Of course, task completed, winning or qualifying for the playoff game in November. That's the main objective. We want to win the group, so we're planning that for tonight. Taking 3 points from the match against Haiti. So, in general, camp okay. Of course, planning and the execution of it was maybe not perfect. It was not perfect. We had some flight issues. Players didn't show up. We had an injury in Grenada, so Tavon needed to go back to New York. We brought him some players here to Grenada. We didn't think it was worth it, if I can use that word, to fly them into Grenada is tricky, and it was late. So we decided to get them in here to Trinidad, easier flight from Jamaica. So yeah, we have managed, but it's a lot of changes, last minute changes, which we don't want when we are playing important matches like we are doing. But otherwise, the camp has been quite successful.
Marin, just to bring you in here, in Trinidad, we're able to bring a few faces from the squad, the likes of Kyle Ming, the likes as well of Joshawn Anglin, and also Richard King as well. Speak to me about how training went for them and also the commitment to just answer the phone call and hop on a plane.
I will start by saying, especially with angling, it's kind of, first impression last. Coach, the technical staff saw him, in January, and it left an impression on our mind, as one of those players locally that we think can fit in the program. And Ming, doing well for his club, even in the club championship, so it's also with somebody that we think can help us. King back from Iceland, that's a no-brainer. Played international games before, so that's a no-brainer. And they're fitting well. And these are young men that, I think the rest of the should I say, the local arm of the country football players, should look at them and know that there's a chance. It's not what some people think like it's all overseas based. But as long as you impress us, we will surely have you in.
John, we were able to give a debut in Grenada to Karoy Anderson. Speak briefly about him and how he has settled in with the group.
Yeah, he arrived with just a smile on his face, and I think emotionally this has been great for him. And the way he has been presenting himself has been, I would say, pretty much perfect, both on the pitch, off the pitch. And he blends in well. There's a pretty good potential in him, but hopefully he will continue. But so far, it's been impressive.
And Gumi, on the goalkeeping side, Andre Blake, Jamali Waits, and Kemar Foster, how has it been working with them? Kemar, we know, was in Jamaica in September, and now this camp. How has it been with the three goalkeepers?
They have worked together before. Foster was with us as well in the last camp when we had some injury problem or sickness problem. And so it's always the same. They are pushing each other professionally and also on and off the pitch. Then they are supporting each other. Doesn't matter who's playing. So it's a good, say, group of working with, and the quality is there. And as you have seen in the game, we are happy with what they are distributing to the pitch. So generally, it has been a good camp. And of course, you mentioned Konya, Boyce Clark, and unfortunately he got injured on Tuesday. He was in the warm-up for a cup game, which we thought was important game for him to play for the future, for his future. But he will hopefully come stronger back in the coming weeks.
And Coach, coming back to you here, the November window, we've already qualified for the quarterfinals, but I'm sure preparation has already started for the next window of games in November. Is it possible if you could touch briefly on those plans for the next window of matches?
Yeah, firstly, we know that we will play our first game at home. So the camp will start in Jamaica. The first game will be in Kingston. So I hope Jamaicans will come in numbers to support the boys. These games will be the most important. The Reggae Boyz have played for a long time. So it qualifies the team for the Nations League, but it also can qualify them for the Copa America next summer. So huge games, a lot of or two really big rewards if we do well in these camps, and hopefully the Jamaican people come in numbers and support us and help us to win these playoff matches.
And of course, Coach, you would have seen September we played Honduras and Haiti at home, and you would have seen the fans and the noise and the support, and you'd want and hope for the same atmosphere when we play at home in November as well to push us, give us that push over the line?
Yeah, we're always trying to improve, and I hope we will improve that even in November, because it has more leverage on it to play well these games more. Yeah, it means more if we win these 2 games. So again, hope people come and support them because they really deserve. I think we have, and the boys have improved, not only on the pitch but also off the pitch. So yeah, I hope that the fans will see that and recognize that and support them and push them over the line with this playoff matches.
And to John or Marion, either one of you can jump in. The next opponent in the quarterfinals, preparation has already started. On these opponents, we would have played some in the Gold Cup, and some we would have started our preparation as well. So it's not going to be unfamiliar territory going into the quarterfinals.
No, I think you kind of answered that by taking that question in a way, Simon. But true, but it's an everyday thing, and obviously it's this window that needs to have some refreshments on, I would say, Maron. So updating ourselves on that, depending on the players' personnel, availability, and everything. There's a lot of factors to consider. So I would say the scouting is not just what you do; it's what you constantly do, as well as internally as well. So not just the opponent, but ourselves too.
Yeah, because even just us, challenging ourselves to be better, as a technical staff, how we can be a better technical staff. We always even, evaluate ourselves and even mark ourselves very hard in the way we do things. So even that, going into that round, we were going to play the top 4, one of the top 4 teams. We have to be better as a technical staff and to push the boys over that edge.
And coach, looking ahead, November 2 matches, and 2024 has the potential to be a very busy year for Jamaica. Are you excited by what lies ahead, especially with World Cup qualifying coming up very, very soon?
Yeah, of course. Next year is on paper looking fantastic, but we need to do our task to get it, to win it, to complete the possibility of joining, for example, the Copa America next summer is a huge advantage to a team working for the Gold Cup, for the World Cup in 2026. To just playing in tournaments like these not only gives the players and the staff kind of the experience to take part in big competitions like Copa America and the World Cup, but it also gives us a chance to work with the players for a whole month or even more next summer, because the window prior to the Copa America is the Nations League window, so probably we get 10 extra days prior to the Copa America. So yeah, a lot of time, and this is the only time and only chance for coaches to work with players for such a long time. And you can do every day a little bit to improve the squad working forward. So it's an important time and a lot to, yeah, and we recognize how important it is for us as a team.
So we are joined by the assistant coach of the Reggae Boyz, John Wall. So many of you wanted to hear about the under-20s. Now John Wall is going to explain about the under-20 preparations. And also head coach of the under-20 team. Firstly, John, you've had a chance to review the groups of the CONCACAF under-20 championship qualifiers. Just wanted to get your initial reactions to Jamaica's group for the upcoming qualifiers.
Obviously, there's no simple games in CONCACAF. I learned that firsthand, and bearing that in mind with Grenada, Martinique, and what was the last one again? Bermuda. Is that the trend overall in CONCACAF is that the game is becoming more global. Obviously, with the fact of the diaspora, with both Martinique when it comes to their relationship with France, and obviously Bermuda, Grenada with the UK predominantly, as well as us. But for us, it's kind of a bigger scope and a bigger thing. We take it really seriously. And obviously, we've been having camps domestically ever since March this year, trying to ingrain more values and the fact that we're actually watching the players, identifying them, and see who's what. And for me, it's still qualifiers are a special kind of animal, and you have to take certain things into account, which is the amount of games in a short space of time. You have players coming in, you have time zone differences, you have heat and other type of factors. So making all those external factors more internal per se and control the variables as much as we can and set the tone, because I feel this is the gateway into the first national team. And that's I will be going for women's as well. But for me, it's really important to look at the next generation and instill values, style, and how is Jamaica when playing an opponent on a general basis.
How would you describe the process in terms of how it's progressing in terms of talent identification?
Obviously, there's no set ID, and obviously that has to grow organically. It's not a copy paste kind of thing that we want to do, but I'm getting kind of my intention and vision that's shared with the men's head coach Hamer Helgemson is what Jamaica can consistently be instead of every now and then be, and that is always about punching above its weight. But we have to narrow it down to actually what we are, what we repeatedly do, and what we can do.
And I'm sure in due course you will have further information in relation to future camps, perhaps potential friendlies prior to the qualifiers. I'm sure in due course there'll be more information to give in that suit.
Correct, and I send my preferred plan to the head of the technical committee, which will be reviewed. For us, it's obviously optimizing the time that we have. More likely, it's the FIFA upcoming FIFA window is one of them. How we go about things in December, January. Main point for me is that what's been done in the past is a lot of weeks spent in camp. And my outside view in has been players have accumulating too much fatigue going into the tournament. And that is a factor. And you cannot stress processes. It's an everyday thing. By having these camps ever since March, even though not the length of them, but more short, and that actually gives players the time to actually adapt to the messaging and what we want and how I feel that we need to train and what we need to be. So given time, we can do a lot of things together. But now it's about setting the whole setup when it comes to personnel, staffing, people who will be on board. And I'm really looking forward to it myself. The fact that proof of it is what we've been doing in the first team is that you have Dexter Lamakisa, and in this camp you have Roy Anderson. So the process is there, and the pathway, and hey, let's not just forget about Whisper. So I mean, the pathway for younger players should be there, and we need to be having a really inclusive environment where we are. Jamaica is, for me, bold and likes to take on challenges. And I think that is kind of like the nuance and the essence of Jamaica. If there's anything that I can add, I hope that I can. But I want that kind of sense of desperation and urgency when Jamaica is playing football.
And putting on your other cap, John, in front of this. So that was John Wall. Let's hear what the technical staff, members of the technical staff, had to say at a pre-match press conference prior to departure.
What you expected of the football culture?
No, I worked 7 years with the national team prior to coming here with one stop in between. And I thought it was at a higher professionalism level. I really thought so because of all the players that I knew in the team, but I came here knowing very little about Jamaican culture. So that was, like we've been saying, that was our first task to adapt and learn about the culture, and then we can start to say, this is how we can grow, but not coming in blind and tell everyone what to do before knowing what is actually being done. But I think if we want to, difficult to say it without maybe being judged on that, but if we haven't had any success for 20 years, we must be doing something wrong. So to be able to change that, we need to change the way we are doing things. And so we have started to talk about that since we came. I think we know more now how we can change it, and so we are trying to implement those things, trying to get in ideas, trying to get in help. We can improve our professionalism around the national team.
And Coach Maron, he's making a point, about contrast. Now, I'm not as old as you are, not to say that you're an older man, but you'd have at least been here for those last 20 years that Coach is referring to. In relation to that passage of time versus the year that you've been working with Coach, like, what's the difference that you see?
One of the best and worst thing that happened to us was our 98 campaign in terms of the success we got. But for some reason, for 20 years, we thought we could have done the same things we did those 20 years ago to qualify in a modern time, and that time we had other players, 99% of the players living here, training here. Now we have players all over the world. So things like those we got wrong. Logistics was different, because everybody was coming from here. People coming as far as from Saudi Arabia now, so that was one of our best and worst thing that happened to us, and I think it's just for us to just, I always use best practices to answer questions, and if you want to be like the best, we have to do what they are doing, and those are some of the things that we're getting wrong. But slowly but surely, as your coach said, that we get help, and with the experience that they have from Europe, also help us, because we're dealing with most of the players that are playing in that environment. So that is good for us to get help and willing to grow, willing to learn, willing to change, willing to adapt. I am surely for the past year, my management skills have improved drastically, being around him, and before him, Paul Hall started me off with Europe, so it's very good for me as a person, and I always try my best to share with all the Jamaican coaches that I can talk to, about my experiences. I always try to invite them in to come and watch sessions, watch how we work together. And, most people, open to it, some not, but slowly but surely.
That is actually identified as one of the major problems that we have in the country, the coaching.
Yeah, man, the coaching, and it's not the knowledge of the coaching, is how we think we can just have something over here and don't share it. How we share things. They share everything with me. There's no day that I'm in this program from day one till now that I feel as if I'm the only Jamaican. Sometimes I don't even remember that, because we share everything. We talk about everything. We eat together, we talk together, we plan together, everything. And sometimes we laugh after jam together. But yeah.
And before we move into some other stuff, just quickly on the players, like you mentioned from the outside looking in that with the talent that was here, you'd have thought it'd have been a little different professionally and maybe infrastructure. But just talking about the players themselves, like, how are you enjoying working with this crop of players? And then, of course, there's a lot of excitement in terms of who's interested to play for Jamaica as well.
Well, I think we have been kind of privileged. The players we selected in the beginning, we were quite happy with the players from beginning. So we haven't changed the squad a lot. We have looked at some probably 50 players maybe 40 players in FIFA windows, and then some more local guys or playing here domestically, and in the USL as well, in off FIFA windows. So we've gotten to know probably close to 60, 70 players that we worked on. So not only football-wise, but also knowing them as person. So I'm really happy with them. And if you put your mind into the player's head, we are taking players from the highest shelf in football. The Premier League is probably the most professional league in regards to everything. So we are taking players from the highest shelf, bringing them here to a level that normally would demotivate them. So we are really happy with the attitude they are showing, the mentality they have, wanting to come to play for Jamaica. But there is an area, I think, if we can give them an environment that will motivate them more, I think we can even get more out of these players. And that is our task, to get them really motivated every time they step on the pitch for Jamaica, to give everything, because we are giving them everything we can.
So for clarity, coach, I think I might have mentioned this, so we had the sit down ahead of the last window. But when Reggae Boyz was here, he was kind of I might ask you to explain that laughing a minute, but I was just saying that when he was here, he had a sort of free reign, not in the case that there was nothing to stop him from doing what he wanted, but just in the sense that he was allowed to, pass his influence over more than just the 11 players on the team and the couple that are on the bench at any.
Okay. Because it's the common tongue in Jamaica. When Reggae Boyz was here, and when 98 was here, you get what I'm saying? I respect what he did thoroughly, wholeheartedly, but it becomes a fallacy of Jamaican football. Like Maron said, you think you can do the same kind of thing 25 years later? I mean, even Madonna's changed her face a numerous amount of times with her music style. So there you go. Yeah, and she managed to stay important. Yeah. It's not about him changing his face or Maron. Perhaps me, and I'm kind of bold, perhaps go to Turkey or something, switch up. But the main fallacy is don't live in the past, try to look at the future and take accountability for this, take decisions for the future, not dwell on something in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
Football has developed so fast in recent years.
Yeah.
There's so many things in football has changed in recent years.
Even the rules.
Yeah. No, I mean, in regards to coaching, in regards to fitness, in regards to psychology, in regards to so many things that I think Jamaica has been left a little bit behind in so many things. So we need to catch up. But the good thing about it is that in the world today, with all the knowledge so easily accessible, you can be pretty quick to catch up.
Definitely. We're strapped for time, so I'm gonna ask 2 more questions. Last serious question, let's say. The fans are back. That's something that maybe you guys wouldn't have experienced, where there was an empty stadium for a while because of the pandemic and such. But getting fans back in the place, there's a lot of positivity around the team from the fan perspective as well. So just like, how much has that impacted maybe what you guys are doing and the camp as well?
Yeah, I don't have this. This was my first time with the national team in Jamaica, or our first time in Kingston. So, and the players talked about it. It was a nice atmosphere. They got good support. They really liked it. We've been talking about trying to improve the relationship between the players and the fans. So the players are doing their part, going out. We are inviting kids to our trainings, just trying to be more seen, because we are not often here.
and that's the downside. You know, if you lose the contact to the people that are actually supporting you. But I hope with this positivity going on, you know, I've heard at least that's not been a lot of positivity in regards to the Reggae Boyz for the last years. So I hope this increased positivity will show in more people coming in supporting us. And given that we will qualify for the players, I hope that people will flock to the national stadium and support us in our home game in the playoffs. If we reach there, I'm not going to go ahead of myself, but hopefully that will lead into more support there. But it goes hand in hand.
Coach Marin, if you want to add to that real quick.
The 12th man, as people say, is always important. You know, we are passionate people, and you know, when the boys are doing well, Jamaicans are like that though. Jamaicans don't support you when you're down. When you're doing well, they will come and cheer you on, and I think we're on the way up. You know, and not only with the boys, you saw it with the girls. 9,000 people in the stadium is not normal for female football. You know, so it's a building. As coach always use the term, there's a new wave around the teams. So let's just build on it positively.
There you go, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz commentary right now. Positivity, we're going up. Come on, guys. Let's go. Be positive. There's so much great things on the horizon.
Hi, I'm Damari Gurry. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. 3454. That's 1267 904 3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name is Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Skin clean and nice and ting and ting. I'm Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girl Striker, and you are watching the Reggae Boyz commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share, and subscribe.
Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like, and share.
Hi, I'm Chris Binney, and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button below.